Hello, I'm Andrew Chan. I'm the CEO of ACI HR Solutions, and today we're launching the 6th edition of the ACI Report, where we survey the travel, tourism and hospitality industry across Asia Pacific. And the report can be downloaded right here as of today, and that's the link. So here's the first interesting bit of statistics from the report, and similar to previous years where we start off by having more ladies come into the industry, and it stays pretty even, 50-50 up until the age bracket of 36 to 45. But then what we see is a dramatic drop down from age bracket 46 onwards. So what that tells me is that we're still not able to retain enough female executives in the industry, particularly at a leadership position. Another interesting statistic that came out of this year's report was that while the majority, 35% of our respondents have worked in the industry for 10 to 20 years, and another 33% have worked over 20 years in the industry, those who actually entered the industry less than 5 years dropped to 13% in the 2018 report, compared to 20% in our 2017 survey. So perhaps what that also tells me is that we're not attracting as many new entrants into the industry. When we looked at experience of the respondents working with their present companies or their present employer, one statistic jumped out at me, and that was those who had joined their organization less than 12 months. So new entrants into an organization. 21% of our respondents compared to 43% last year. So what that tells me is that there was a lot less movement in 2017. On a positive, more people saw a salary increase in 2017. In fact, 69% saw a salary increase. They also received bigger bonuses too this year. So yay, more money in the industry. We saw average salary grow in China, Malaysia and Singapore, whilst we saw a modest contraction to salaries in Australia, Thailand and Hong Kong. So here's a nice bit of statistics for you. If you have kids asking why they should stay in school, I know I'll be using this one on my kids. We measured salary against education levels, and what we saw was degree holders earned 6% higher in average salary, and those holding master's degree earning on average another 17% higher. So stay at school, kids. Now, what about the battle of the sexes? Well, I'm sorry to say there's still a sizable gap. In fact, there is a 33% gap between female earnings and that of their male counterparts from our survey. But that could be, I guess, attributed back to the initial highlights of less women in senior positions, which obviously brings down the overall average salaries. Here's an alarming statistic for employers. 57% of our respondents said that they intended to change jobs in 2018, with 11% of those even considering leaving the industry. This was actually much higher than the 47% that said that they would be changing jobs in the survey that we did last year. Perhaps more people were feeling more optimistic about 2018. For my HR friends in learning and development, we asked for the first time how respondents felt about the training that they received from their employers, and 31% responded to the negative. So 31% said that they had poor or no training in their organization. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it'd actually be higher. But when I looked deeper into this statistic, 31%, this same 31% had a much higher intention to leave rate. In fact, 80% said they would leave their organization this year. So, learning and development friends, you're very important to your company, and you probably have a little bit of work to do. Okay, I'm going to leave you on a positive note. 53% of our hiring managers that we surveyed said that they planned on new headcounts in 2018. And that's up from the 40% last year. Only 10% said that they were unsure versus 18% last year. So what that tells me is that it looks like there's more positive sentiments this year. So thank you for watching. I wish you the very best in 2018 and the Chinese New Year of the dog. Don't forget again to download the report that's available right now. Thank you.